Good morning, class. Today is Thursday, March 26, 2020. And today for skills, we're going to be learning, we're reviewing changing Y's to I's. So previously we've learned when you're changing singular to plural nouns, rule 1, you add S. So you're adding S to certain words that don't have the X, the CH, the Z, the S, words like that we've also practiced. So that is also rule number 2. So for box, because we have the EX or the X right here, we have to add ES to the end of that word. So instead of saying box and add an S, we're going to say boxes. Our third rule that we've learned, when a word ends in Y, and there's a consonant in front of it, we're going to drop the Y and change that Y to an I, then add ES. So singular, the word is dragonfly. Plural, the word is dragonflies. So today we're going to be learning about another concept where instead of having the consonant in front of the Y, we're going to have a vowel in front of the Y. So again, whenever Y is preceded by a vowel, meaning a vowel is in front of the Y, as we see right here in the word toy, you do not change anything with it. You simply add an S. So toy becomes toys. Okay? And this is how we make these vowel or these nouns plural. Ray has an A in front of the Y, so it becomes rays. You would not drop this Y and add IES. Okay? Stay becomes stays, and boy becomes boys. We have two different sentences here. Read it with me. First one. On Monday, I saw 3 butterflies. Let's read the second sentence. On Monday, I saw 1 butterfly. What is the difference? Take a moment and think about it. If the first thing you said were that they have special words in these sentences, you're absolutely correct. So our special word here in the first sentence is the word 3. 3 lets you know that it's more than 1. That means our noun following what we just learned has to be plural. So to make butterfly, as we see down here, plural, there is a L in front of it. So we drop that Y and turn it into IES. So our first sentence is plural. I saw 3 butterflies. Let's read our second sentence again. On Monday, I saw 1 butterfly. So our magic word here is the word 1. So 1, we already know is singular. So this is absolutely correct. Right now we're going to try another one. Get out a piece of paper. As I read the sentence, go ahead and write. So our first sentence is, we have a small supply of food. Go ahead and write that. We have a small supply of food. The next sentence you're going to write, they bought many different supplies at the store. Again, they bought many different supplies at the store. Go ahead and pause this video as you write the sentences I just said. If you need a repeat of the sentence, go ahead and rewind the video. All right, so we are back. This is how your sentences should have looked when you written them from what I said. We have a small supply of food and they bought supplies at home. Here again, can you tell me which is the plural, which is the singular sentence? Okay, so we have to look for clue words. Okay, So we have a small supply of food. Our clue word here is A. A means one. Okay. So when we look at our noun here, supply, it doesn't change. Okay. So this is singular. Okay. Our next sentence. They bought supplies at the store. Okay. Our special word here is they. They means more than one. Okay. So because they bought the supply, we don't say supply here. We have to change that Y into an IES. So our new word is supplies. They bought supplies. Not they bought supply. Also, when you do this, remember it has to make sense. So if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not the correct answer. Let's go through some more singular and plural words. So these singular words I'm going to put on the board next are words that end in Y, but they have the pronunciation of E. And we talked about Y having many different sounds, but these ones have the E sound. All right, so lady, there's a D in front of this Y. So this in plural form becomes lady, spelled ALADIES. Right here we have the word fairy. So fairies, because there's that R in front of that Y, it becomes fairies. FAIRIES. Okay. So now I have a couple sentences. So in these sentences, you will see the Y, but when you hear them, they will sound like the long I. Okay. So I'm going to say these sentences in singular version, and I would like you to come up with ways on how we can make these plural. So our first sentence is, I cry when I scrape my knee. Can any of you think of how we can make this plural? Okay. So if you said I cries when I scrape my knee, that is absolutely incorrect. Remember, when we are looking at I, we don't ever use the plural form. I is singular. So you could have changed this by saying he cries, or she cries, or even they cries when they scrape their knee. Okay. So remember, I and my are singular words. Okay. All right, let's try one more. Our next one. Did you study for the test? How can we make this plural? So we know that you is another singular word. How can we make this plural? Did you study for the test? Okay. Well, we can say he studies with an IES for the test. We can say she studies. We can also say they. Well, in this case, we won't say they studies. Okay. That just doesn't seem or sound right. So we'll say they study for the test. But you could use she or he right here. You would not use I studies or you studies. All right, today's story it is called Keeping It Up. So guys, I need to add an ing right here. Remember to read over your work. If it doesn't make sense, you got to fix it. So this word should be keeping it up. Okay. So today's story is called Keeping It Up. Let's review places that Kim has gone. Okay. So in our last story, we know she went to the bakery. She went to flower shop before she went to the gym, the light shop, the diner. Am I forgetting any other place? If I am, just go ahead and just message me, let me know, I forgot something. But you guys know the many places that we've traveled with Kim on her journey to find a job. So let's discuss what the title of the story might be about. Okay? Keeping it up. Kim is trying to find a job, right? So we're going to see exactly what this story might be about. But let's go over our vocabulary words that you will see in the story. We have the word auto shop. An auto shop is a place where cars or automobiles are fixed. So anytime there's a problem with your car, your parents will take you to the auto shop. Next word, grease. Grease is oil or fatty matter. Okay? So grease is what we would call stuff that, might come out of the car. We might call it stuff from things that we cook, like the chicken, all that oil. Next word, exclaimed. Exclaim means to yell or to call out with excitement. All right, and our last word is gloomy. Gloomy means to be sad. Have you ever personally had to try really hard to do or accomplish something? How did you feel when you conquered that challenge or difficulty? Today's story, we're going to see if Kim feels the same way when trying to accomplish something difficult. As you go through the story of keeping it up, remember to try and identify the speaker and who is talking at the moment. You're going to practice reading with excitement. When you have question marks, those are questions. You need to read like you're reading a question. You're asking a question. Exclamation points, show excitement. Okay? If you would like to post a video of you reading this story, I'll be more than happy to look over it. When you are finished reading, you're going to be working on 18.2 today. Tomorrow we're going to be doing day 2 of the same story. And tomorrow is a discussion day. Okay? So tomorrow you're going to read the story again with the parent. And they will be asking you questions that will be posted.